So it is a really great day. Today's Sunday, just relaxing, doing a little bit of work here on the computer. Um, so yeah, I already had my 2 cups of coffee, which of course is extremely important. But wanted to talk a little bit about Tacoma and affordability. That's one of the core issues I think that people come up with. I used to do videos that talked about Seattle and affordability and that type of thing. I can say this, the place that we moved out of, they've probably more than doubled the deposit amount. So now the deposit amount is done. And the reason why we know that is because when we were when Noelle was in the office, she overheard them talking about the deposit amounts for the apartment there, and it's much higher than what it used to be. Now, I don't know about apartments in Tacoma. I really, our focus has been obviously on a home down here, but folks ask, like what would be the best option and where would be the best place to actually live at. One of the things with us is that, I busted my butt earlier in life. So for about 10 years, I worked as an operations supervisor for Lockheed Martin. So that allowed me to be in a different position. Okay, sorry, Noel had to come in. The neighbors are got the kids, so not got the kids, but the neighbor's kid is playing with our kids, and so she went and got bubbles and that type of thing. But anyway, so the so that started everything. Back in Indianapolis, got a house, and then it was easy when I got transferred to New Mexico because I kept the same job. Pay was really good. So, and then that kind of helped transfer to here. The reason why I didn't want to buy in Seattle is there's several reasons why. One, we could easily get a house in Seattle, but the problem is I'm looking for the fastest way to retire and the most bang for your buck. And to me, similar to San Francisco, there's a lot of houses that have a certain amount listed that I don't personally feel the value is there for that house. Just looking at some of the things and what you would have to fix and what you would have to invest. Some of these homes in Seattle and here, you're going to have to put in $50,000 minimum in order to make them updated enough to pass code in many areas and just to be livable. That's just not something that I wanted to really do. On top of, in Seattle's case, you're not going to find a house for under $250,000, $260,000. You're just not going to find it. So given that you're going to pay about $260,000, let's say $275,000, you might find something. Then you're going to have to dump another $50,000 in it. So now you're looking at a house that's well over $300 and something thousand, and you have to put a lot of work into it, which takes a while for that work to be finished. Many times with some of these houses, they don't pass enough of the code to where you can't even buy the house until those things are fixed. So you have to fix the things, and a lot of sellers will not fix anything. You have to basically invest in the property before you own it. And so are you willing to really do that? So that is part of the issue in terms of Seattle and even here. But I didn't want to really also worry about property taxes going up super high and then the value of the house going up really high, which leads to higher property tax, that type of thing. I wanted to be in a place where you buy lower and you can get a whole lot more wealth out of the property. You don't have to put as much investment into the property, so less investment, bigger gain type thing. Make sure it's in the right neighborhood, make sure it's at the right price point, make sure that there's not a lot of repairs that really need to be done. Sure, there's going to be some updates you have to do. Sure, there's going to be a lot of things that you probably need to get done, but it's not $50,000 where you have to dump into something and get it up to where you want it to be. Tacoma to me made sense on the expense factor. It made sense on the family factor. As we showed in some of our videos, there's a lot of things for families to do, a lot of diversity. Here you see a lot of diversity. If you are someone, a person of color, this is the place to really start a business pretty easily. Not saying that it's easy to do, because starting a business is hard and challenging, but you see a lot of businesses here with people of color, which you don't really see as much of that in Seattle, and it's spread kind of throughout the city. So that's a great thing. I mean, we saw it downtown, for example. You don't really see that in downtown Seattle. Seattle is really, really corporate. Nothing at all wrong with that, but right now, Tacoma is not that way. So that can be a good thing and kind of a bad thing, depending upon what your view is for that type of thing. So the diversity factor is the key thing for us. The houses and the potential for the market, which is another key for us. Good transit. To get to and from Seattle is very easy, very, very affordable. And the fact that it is a family town, all of those things make it worth it for us. But I would say that if you're coming here to buy a home, definitely make sure that you have at least, at a minimum, 5% to put down. I think 3.5 is the lowest you can put. I would at least put 5%. If you can definitely do 20%, great. You're even in a better situation. You can avoid the whole PMI situation. Make sure that you have a great realtor. Make sure that you have a lot of money for inspections. Not only inspections for termites, but also inspections for sewers. Get a sewer scope. It's extremely important and critical, because you may end up with a bad sewer line going to the city sewer system. That's pretty much all I have here for this that I can think of. Some of the questions that people had mentioned. If I think of any others, if I get any more, I will answer those. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you're having a great Sunday. I know the girls and I are. So anyway, take care, and until next time.